All right, for our project, we made a airplane flight game by all of us. The aim of our project was to create an airplane flight game where the user can control a 3D model airplane around a landscape. Um, Another goal was to implement some sort of challenge or game for the user that they can play, and we wanted to use React, 3JS, Blender, and JavaScript to do this.
So for the project's description, we created a flight game where the user can control an airplane around the 3D landscape we created. They do this using the WASD and Shift keys, and some of the main features are the 3D environment that was created in Blender, a model airplane with the realistic movements, floating rings for the user to fly through, and a point system for flying through the rings. For contributions, Will created the environment in Blender. He set up the React app, modified rings in the point system, and oriented the plane. Jacob added the rings to the landscape for the user to fly through and created a point system that displays the environment or that displays in the environment. And then I added the 3D plane model into the landscape and implemented the controls for the user to fly the plane.
Some of the main challenges we ran into with this project were when we were adding the models to the environment, like the airplane. When we initially added it, it was upside down and backwards, but the movement was still functional. Um, we just had to figure out how to rotate it and orient it the correct way. The second major issue was we were trying to create a motion blur effect, which we were able to do, but it was really expensive on our systems and it was almost unplayable, so we just took it out. And here's a demo of what we made. All right, so here's the airplane model and the environment that we created and the floating rings around that you can fly through. The green ones are worth 1 point and the gold ones are worth 10 points. And you use the A and D keys to rotate and the W and S keys to fly up and down and the shift key to speed boost. And when you fly through the rings, the score counter will keep count of how many you've flown through.